Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video. Please like and subscribe, you know how much it helps us out and promotes the content. Okay, let's get straight into the video. Okay, on this opening clip here, what we're going to be looking at is a VW coming past the juicing lorry on the left hand side, this vehicle here. Now it actually wants the lane we're in, so why is it over there? Maybe it copped us. Here's a front view as we come through. You can actually see that there's quite a queue going on here, and this VW saw that, but he probably also saw us as we're just creeping through. We only just managed to just about, I think, get out of that yellow box. So there's a bit of a queue going on in front of us. Now, I'm always telling my learners to keep a nice distance to the vehicle in front, but unfortunately, when you do that, people just tend to take advantage of it. So as we move forward, you saw that VW on the rear clip, and you'll see them just coming past now and just dive straight in from a right-only lane into our lane. So we wanted this lane anyway, and this pushing us on the road is all too common, and I have to try and teach my pupils to be aware of it. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, on this clip here, we're approaching a T-junction. It is a blind junction. But what we're always looking to do is pay attention to any cars that may be coming in. We have to plan for it because we're having to drive in the middle of the road because the car park's on the left. Now straight away as we get closer, this van can see us. Can see we're having to drive in the middle of the road. What actions do they take? Nothing. They cut the corner the same. What about the Audi? Even does it worse. Look, makes us stop altogether. Can't even turn in on their side of the road knowing that we're there. So we have to stop altogether away from the junction. So after that we move on, and then we proceed up to the end and make our progress as normal. A little look at the vehicles as they've turned into the road. Plough on regardless. So unnecessary really, but hey, we see it a lot. Next clip. Now I want to start this clip off with the Mercedes behind us. What's the guy doing there? Yeah, he's clearly on his phone, isn't he? He's not paying attention. Happens all too often, and we have to be aware of that because the people behind are not paying attention. We have to pay extra attention to what they're doing and what they may get up to because they are otherwise distracted. Okay, I want to look at the front view of this clip first as we move on. We're in the Kingston one-way system, no real problems here at all. It's all about a little bit of impatience. There's the first car going over to the left, and again, I don't have issues. That didn't cause us any problems when people do it in that manner. We are going a little bit slow here, but when I discussed it with the pupil, they said they didn't really pick up the speed necessarily there because of these people here on the left. They felt they pressed the button, the lights might change. So okay, I'll go with that. Little bit of good planning, so they kept the speed quite slow. But it does have an impact on vehicles behind when you have that reaction. I think it reacted a little bit earlier than necessary where that was concerned. But well spotted though. As we move on, we clear into this roundabout, and then I want to have a look at the back camera now from that Mercedes. The Mercedes then turns left and makes their way. But there's one particular vehicle in particular that caught my eye when we were going through the one-way system, and it was this Range Rover here. Again, this was impatience, and we have to be aware of this, and they're coming up behind us. As I said, we were going a little bit slow, but that was because of the people looking to cross. They moved over to the right hand lane. Now bearing in mind they want to go where we're going, so they've now gone over to the right hand lane with the roundabout approaching, and as you'll see by the van behind, the van is actually going right because it indicates right. And that Range Rover now finds they can't get past us, so let's just move back over to the left again, and seem to have given up the ghost at this point and actually given us a little bit of room. But you get this cheeky BMW coming up on the inside. Both lanes are going forward, as you can see by the arrows on the road, and the BMW decides to undercut the Range Rover as the road is just about to go into a singular lane. Didn't involve us at all, but I thought it was a little bit cheeky. But hey, that happens to us all the time. Now it's just happened to somebody else. Okay, on this clip here, it's our good old friends, the professional drivers again. You can quite clearly see there's the badge of honour. That to me is not a badge of honour of a professional driver. That to me is a warning sign of a dangerous driver. I see it all too often. Whenever I see that in my rearview mirror, I'm very, very wary of their intent as we go up the road, because they tend to be very impatient drivers, and as this one is going to prove to be very much that. Screaming past on a sort of a road clogged with cars here. It's not ideal for overtaking, shouldn't have overtaken, and then just disappeared down the road. Now that particular individual is not quite done yet annoying other people on the road. There's a car at the end of this road, as you can see, looking to turn left. He's in the middle, nicely placed, but the van's having none of that whatsoever. The driver, he goes into the middle of the road. Look how he's placed. He now blocks the view of that white car because he's so impatient and selfish. He's in the middle of the road there, look, and that car, white car, now can no longer see to the right hand side, so he has to wait and pinch a little bit and try and make his way out. Such a selfish git. See it all too often. I don't like it. They should have their licenses taken away. They're reckless and very high risk. Anyway, as we move on, that little blue car that just passed, I just want to just let this carry on a bit. Intimidation doesn't always get aimed at us, it does get aimed at other people. Now that car slows down to let a car pull out because they were a bit too far out, but then when one goes, a kind of another one goes, and then another one goes, and they probably think, no, hang on a bit, I've had enough of this, and away they go. Did they let all three out because there was another one looking to come out? Who knows really? Or were they just intimidated? Now on this clip here, on a major roundabout looking to leave, it's about getting in the correct lane. It's this white van initially from behind. Is it an honest mistake? It could be. It was definitely a late change with indication, because they're in a left only turn lane and they got across. That can be awkward indeed. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Not so sure about the front view and the car. Again, it's one of these, this white car on the left hand side there. Again, it's in that left hand lane. It shouldn't really be there unless it's going left and realise it wants to come over, but it doesn't actually let us know. It just pulls over on the road. So even if it's the wrong lane, the least they can do is indicate to let us know that they want to move over. It would be very, very helpful indeed. Okay, on this clip here, bus is looking to indicate and pull out. The lorry could be forgiven. That was as it was passing, no problem. Maybe even the red car just behind it saw it very, very late, but should have probably waited. But this silver car, absolutely no way should that car have pulled out. The bus was already moving off, as well as indicating long before. And look how close that is. So unnecessary. Affected our drive, affected the bus, had to react to that as well. Overall, very, very poor by that driver, and again, that could have caused an accident quite clearly. There was not a lot of room between the bus, that silver car, and us. Okay, here we are in Sutton, in the little one-way system, and we're looking at this red van to our right as we move off. Now that van, believe it or not, actually wants to be where we are. It's in the wrong lane. They do eventually get across, but not without a little bit of messing about. Now as they feed on, the van goes, as you can see, very, very close to that white vehicle in front. We keep in our lane, we know where we're going, we're moving off, we're in the correct place. And again, look how close that white van gets to that white car. Now at this point, I'm saying to my people, just back off, hang off, because I think they may intend to come over, and I wasn't wrong. They did. They move over into the middle lane. They still got to come over another lane, and you'll see they do that at the end. No indication or anything, they just move over. Again, this is anticipation of poor driving. And if you do that and hang back, you probably find you won't get involved in such incidents. Okay, we're on the A3 here, and what we're looking at will be a silver car coming up in the left hand lane as you see it. It wants to leave at the next available exit. It knows where it's going, of course. Why doesn't it plan a little bit earlier and instead of taking high risk that it does. There's quite a few cars on the road here, and it should have planned better than this, but it's in the left hand lane as it goes at the moment. We're going to get a front view as it passes us, and you'll actually see that they keep that speed up. Everybody's doing the speed limit, we're doing the max there as well. They're having to go a lot faster than they should be to actually get then across to the middle lane and then again across to the left hand lane. Now, though it was executed not too badly, it was very, very poor planning, and if it weren't for probably the better drivers around them, that could have got quite ugly than what it did. Okay, in this clip we're looking initially at that van on the left. It's in a right only turn lane. You can't see too much from there, but if you follow the cars that are behind, they all turn right because they were all in the correct lane to do so. As we move on, you're going to see from the front camera that there's actually a car in front of the van, equally is in the wrong lane. Here it is as the lights change. That's meant to turn right only lane, go straight across, but the van does worse and literally cuts us up as they go across there, both of them in the wrong lane. That's high risk and dangerous. I think that's more the fact that there was a learner waiting at the light, so they thought we can get ahead of that. It was something I come across all too often and wish I didn't. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you again on the next video. Please like and subscribe. As you know, it helps us out immensely and I very much appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.